Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. For those of you who have been following along, you might have seen some of the conversations I've had with a few other people about how they got into the trades, what they've enjoyed about working in the trades, and various tidbits about that. Today, I said I'd grab Assemble's co-founder Keithy while he's taking a break from the tools and have a chat to him about traveling with the trades. So maybe one of the less well advertised pluses of getting into the trades is that you are in hot demand across the world, and you have a much better ability to get into countries like Australia, Canada, even in the European Union, things like that. So anyway, we have Keithy here with us. Keithy, welcome back to the channel.
Thanks a million.
Well, I'm sure everyone has seen you from the videos. So
yeah, really, something I haven't really thought about too much, but carpentry really has let me travel the world. So yeah, interested and looking forward to telling you about my journey through carpentry and where it's brought me in the world.
So yeah, I mean, when did you get into carpentry? Did you apprentice? What was your route into the trades?
Yeah, so I did finish, I finished school 18, 19, knew the college wasn't really for me. I kind of went traveling and took a summer off, took a year off, if you will, and came back. And my uncle was a builder in our local area, so I kind of just started laboring with him. And after a few months, I thought to myself, oh, I really like this. So I asked him if he put me on as an apprentice carpenter, and he did. So I was in the boom times here in Ireland. So it took me about 4.5 or 5 years to become qualified. So I think it was about maybe 23 or 24 when I became qualified. And yeah, that was it. Then I had my carpentry license and the world was my oyster.
Right, there you go. Yeah, you figured college wasn't for you. Interesting you say that. Like, I think it's becoming more and more prevalent with the buzzword and the rise of AI, and I think there is kind of a lot of people who are deciding maybe my gender studies degree isn't going to take me
The art degree
too far. Now I say that I was in arts myself, so and I cut my teeth in sales. And as we're about to get into, salespeople, not ragging on my sales brothers and sisters, but they're a dime a dozen. And when I was down in Australia, there was no route to residency for me. But anyway, you said you got your qualifications, so it is traveling with the trades. Where's the where did it take you? Where did your carpentry skills take you?
Yeah, so I was kind of with my then girlfriend, who's now wife. So we were waiting for her to kind of finish her studies. She's finished up in London, and then we decided we'd go traveling. We do the usual thing. The thing to do back then was a year go to South America and then do a year in Australia. So we set off on our travels to do 3 months in South America, and then we're doing 3 weeks in New Zealand on the way to Australia. But we love New Zealand so much, we got a van, travel down from the north to the south, and we got to the south, we got to Queenstown, and we bumped into a few people we knew from the area actually, and they just come over from Australia to do the ski season. So we bought ourselves ski passes and stayed there for 6 months, and kind of set about getting a job there. So I went down to the local trade office. They did like labor hire kind of thing. So just said, look, I'm a carpenter, blah blah blah, and they said, yeah, when can you start? So while all our pals there were backpackers essentially and working in bars, and we're getting $6 an hour plus whatever tips they could get from other backpackers and skiers, which wasn't very much. I was getting, I think I remember I was getting like $23 an hour, which was loads of money back in 2009 as you're a backpacker. So yeah, I was able to enjoy all the fruits of getting that good salary, and able to go snowboarding whenever there was good snow the night before. There was nobody on site, which was great because we were all in the same boat. We were there to go skiing or snowboarding, whatever.
And you knew all the bar staff as well, which was obviously
exactly. All my pals are working in the bar, so we have to get cheap drink as well. I do have a funny memory. I remember the pay used to go in on Thursday night, Friday morning at midnight, and we'd often be out on the town waiting for midnight to pass so that the bank could be replenished, and taking the money out and going again, staying out too late.
Yeah, very good. I suppose that's probably one for the site managers to be aware of. Maybe put the money into the bank on a Monday rather than a Friday.
A Friday night was better. It's like,
So you went from Queenstown and then you went over to Sydney.
Yeah, we kind of headed to Sydney there. We were going to do 1 year and ended up staying for 14. But yeah, same thing. We kind of got there and didn't really have any tools or anything, but kind of met a few people around the place and there was no problem getting a job labouring. So we started at that, and then we started doing a bit of carpentry. And another pal of mine, Johnny, we started a business together, and we just started working together because it was two of us. We were able to buy tools, and he had a car, so we kind of split that, and we just kind of set ourselves up as two Irish carpenters, and we both had the similar skills. So it wasn't just carpentry. Like I grew up with my uncle who's building houses, so we knew everything from the kind of start to the finish of a house, like all the building process. He had the very same experience when he did his apprenticeship. So as soon as we kind of worked for anybody over there, we were in hot demand. Because we could do framing, finishing, we knew the whole process generally, so it kind of gave us an edge on a lot of people over there who, like a lot of the apprentices over there, kind of do their trade just doing one aspect of carpentry, whereas we much Irish carpenters tend to have a much more rounded experience of the whole construction process and all the different aspects of carpentry.
Super. And for anybody who watching who has traveled the world better, whether it's in Canada, Australia, if you're coming into Europe, I went down to Australia as well, and it was a real effort for me to stay in Australia. I was there for 6 years, not quite the 14, but I needed to get sponsorship. I needed to do this. I needed to do that. And I suppose even your own wife was an accountant,
Yeah.
and I suppose tell us your route to citizenship.
Yeah, so kind of after a few years there, we decided, we wanted to stay. So we're like, how do we go about this? And the first few years there, everyone's just talking about what's your visa status, how are you staying here?
Yeah,
Um,
that's everyone you meet.
yeah,
What visa are you on?
yeah, the hot topic over a few drinks. But yeah, so the carpentry is on the list. It's one of the skills on the list. I'd say in most countries still is now. So carpentry was on the list. So we took the avenue through that. Um, which was great. So we had friends down there that were builders, and they ended up kind of sponsored. They're not so much sponsoring, but they signed a few things to say that yes, he is a carpenter and he will have job here as a carpenter and blah blah blah. When if he does get a visa for carpentry, so that was our path to that. But we had to leave the country to apply for that visa. I can't remember the number. There was so many different numbers of visas you could do down there, but we had to leave anyway. So we left in 2012 to go and get married, and it's kind of a 6 month process. So after we got married, we actually headed down to the Caribbean, and I did a bit of work down there. So my wife's auntie and uncle lived down there, so we built a massive deck, like right on the beach, and a little bar and cabanas and hot tubs and everything. So that kept me occupied for 6 months there. So another traveling story of carpentry. And
Photos of Keith's bar, Keith's deck. Oh,
yeah, exactly. Edit in a few photos there. Yeah, so that was it. And then after we got sponsored, I remember it was like in January, and all our family thought we were kind of home to stay. And the visa call came in. We booked our flights the next day, and we were gone. Back to Australia, where as soon as we got back, I kind of did my builder license, set up my own company with my pal Johnny, we called Ocean Carpentry, and yeah, we proceeded to stay there till 2023, I think.
there
Yeah.
you go. A long journey.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's super. And I think, well, one of the ideas behind this video was to kind of highlight that for guys who are young guys who are thinking of getting into the trades, that for a million different reasons, it's a great thing to get into. But one of the maybe not so advertised benefits of it is that it gives you an ability to travel, because we'll link in some of the kind of countries, or some information about what countries are looking for. But skilled labor is in hot demand, whether you're in Chile or whether you're in Ireland or whether you're in Australia or Canada. Like, skilled labor is in hot demand. Like, keeps a carpenter, bricklayers, plumbers, name your price,
Yeah,
all over the world.
electricians. Yeah, one of the guys that was working here with us from the start of this job, he finished his apprenticeship and headed off to Australia, and I gave him 5 people to ring, and he had a job the day he landed there. So it's an amazing thing to have. It's transferable across the world if you know how to do carpentry and any aspect of building a house. It's pretty transferable anywhere in the world. So you're always going to get a job, and yeah, you'll always keep yourself busy.
Good stuff, guys. Hope you found that useful. Let us know what you think in the comments.